True, haven't I?
Oh, that, and you're basing it on that?
You're basing it on that?
Basing it on the fact that I've been there. I know it's not very nice.
You drove through somewhere, Trevor.
Yeah, I've driven through.
You drove through it probably with pigeon feathers and pigeon blood all over your eyelids, dirty devil. I have a question, says Claire from Delazouche. I have a question from Matt, and it goes a little something like this, which is a good way, I think, of posing a question. In all the time that you've spent with Russell, how many times exactly have you threatened to kill him rather than endure any more of his antics?
Endure his antiques?
Yes, I've got a wonderful Chippendale sideboard that I once put on wheels and used to push around with me. I gave it a mouth.
He doesn't just look like David Dickinson, he also shares some of his hobbies.
Spiteful little man.
Hello.
You vindictive little fishhook of a geezer.
Right. So this means how many times have we nearly had a fight, I suppose, doesn't it?
We've nearly had fights, and you've gone, Russell, stop doing it, Russell.
When have we nearly had a fight? I've never actually. Oh, we did nearly have a fight in a car once. I pulled his hair, and then we went over a bump. I think we said this before. And we went over the bump, it pulled his hair a bit much harder than I would have liked.
Really hard.
He just turned around and spat at me. No, but I was with a girlfriend.
What a classy fella.
He just went. Oi, what'd you do that for? And then I said, oh, and then I can't remember if we actually sort of fought verbally after that. I think we did. Yeah, and then when we went round Martino's house, when we got there, he goes, if we fight, don't ever hit me in the face. And we were looking in the mirror at the time. He goes, because this is beautiful.
I never said that.
I swear to God, I remember it.
No,
you said this is beautiful.
About my own face. I thought you meant our friendship. Come on.
No, you were holding on to your great big gravestone slab of a face, and you went, this is beautiful.
This is beautiful, man. It would be a real crime if someone busted this up real bad. What a daft thing.
But so, I don't know, have we ever...
No, we do have a lot of arguments, don't we?
Yeah, but there was one... we've never actually ever nearly come to blows at all.
We realise our friendship is very important for our
Plus, I'd beat you up.
Come on, Matthew, I'm lethal. I'm a dangerous fella. This is from Lindsay Millwood. She goes, is there any celebrity who you were really excited to meet, but when you did, it was a letdown? Tell all. Never been excited to meet no celebrities, have we? Who would we
I have.
Who?
Slash.
Oh, yeah, you would. Yeah, I'm sorry. We went to a party. Slash was there. You should have seen Matt scampering around like a nit. Oh, it's Slash! It's Slash! Oh, Slash, can I have a photo? Oh, Slash, can I have an autograph? Oh, Slash, can I touch your hair?
I didn't do any of those things apart from touch his hair.
We did all of those things. It was a ridiculous business. Me, who was that excited to me? Steve Coogan, bit excited to meet Steve Coogan.
Yeah.
But,
no, he wasn't disappointing. Neither was Slash. Slash was amazing.
Neither of them people were disappointing.
We've always said, like, everyone, all the famous people you meet, they're always really nice.
Yeah, we've all been really
nice. When we met Michael Ball? He's really nice.
Michael Ball was lovely. We met him outside the radio, so he was funny when he goes, doing a radio show, mate, don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what I'm going to say. Michael bloody Ball. Then he ran off laughing, eating popcorn. It was brilliant to meet him.
What if you met Morrissey?
Oh, Morrissey, now that would be exciting.
Well, if you met Morrissey and he just witheringly looked at you and went, I can see right through you.
You're a dreadful little prat, aren't you? I'd be really hurt and upset.
Would you change the name of your cat?
No, I'd just hate the cat and kick it. I'd let Trevor Locke look after the cat when I went on holiday, knowing that when it came back it would have one of them lampshade things on its head and wheels instead of back legs. Wouldn't it, Trevor?
Yes, it would.
Eat your fudge, Trev!
Where's my fudge?
Right, I've got a question here from Kim in Northampton. She goes, do you think you're the most famous son of... Oh, it's for Trevor. Do you think, Trevor, you murderous, animal-torturing pig... It doesn't say that, my italics. That you are the most famous son of Northamptonshire, what with being on the radio and that. Do you think that, Trev? Says Kim.
No, I don't, because Sir Malcolm Arnold comes from Northamptonshire.
Is he?
Well, he's a brilliant composer.
Who?
He composed the Bridge Over the River Kwai and all those sort of things.
Oh, bridge over the river bloody Kwai, we're all prisoned here, I do not remember why, this bridge is taking ages, I'm feeling really sad, I'd like to go back to England, but the Japanese are bad. Other songs are available and Japanese are alright, really.
The Inn of Sixth Happiness, he had composed that. Jo Wiley's famouser than me, and she went to my very school in Budbrook Campanium.
She is famouser than you, as is the word famouser, you dirty little swine. Right, here's another one from... oh no, that's the one I just read out. Hey, let's listen to a bit of music, shall we? What are we going to listen to? Wine Coloured Grass, Dave and Dando. I like this song. Imagine if the grass were all wine-coloured. What exactly
What wine, though? Red wine?
Red wine, white wine,
rosé,
white wine.
White wine coloured. It's just a summer. It's just been a good summer, that's all.
It's a good summer. Yeah. In the grass, all white. Yeah, let's have a listen to it and think about what kind of grass you think
If you are colourblind, then grass is Because red and green, you're colourblind.
That's
You
what
can't tell.
that's the problem. Is that
grass.
why 3D is about?
There's a
red
red
and green?
ball on some green grass. You can't. It's all the same sort of grey
No.
tone. It's true.
Really? So
Colour blindness,
the
yeah.
ball and the grass are all both same coloured. Really?
Yes.
Really? Is that why do you think when you get 3D things, one lens green, one lens red? One lens red, one lens green? Do you think
Yeah.
like red and green are somehow significant
No,
colours?
because sometimes
They're
that's
the
red.
opposite
That's
of
red
each
and
other.
blue.
They're the opposite of each other.
They are
They're not such red and blue, are they?
Spectral opposites.
Yeah.
Spectral opposites, like me and Trevor Luck. Spectral opposites, just look at what he's got. A tiny little winky, a lust for killing, two things I don't adore.
This is Six Music.
Have you got any questions there for us, Trev?
I have. I've got a little letter from Victoria Brennan from Barnes.
Stop doing that, Trevor.
That's
You-
how she's written it.
Trevor, why are you
That's
so
how
hot?
she's written it.
Has she?
Why are you
She's
so
written
hot,
it.
Trev?
I'm hot because it's
Can't read
hot.
it.
It's getting hot in here because Trev's got diseases. He's getting so hot he'll have to go to a clinic. Why do you think it's so hot, Trev?
I think it's because Adam's put the heating up unbearably high and I'm wearing a
the
necktie
producer, Adam,
and a
our
suit.
producer, has given we work on this thing, what's called a clock, which is a list of all the tracks that we played in the song and where we're supposed to do links. Between the Eagles of Death Metal, who are coming up in a minute, and Sid Vicious, who will be coming up after that, is the word paedophile. Presumably we are doing an interview with a paedophile or discussing at length paedophiles. Why on earth has this turned up in this document?
Adam explained it as he needed to check the spelling of the word,
And he was in the
and he was
document.
doing the document, did it, and then he's left it in there.
So we've got
Now,
paedophile
I
there.
don't know much about Freud,
I don't know much.
but what I do know
is that if the word paedophile it
keeps
turns up in a
cropping up in your work.
If it keeps cropping up, you need to probably go and see a private investigator or a psychiatrist.
Possibly.
I think it's
Possibly
healthy
both.
that he doesn't know how to spell it.
Is that wrong?
We spell it right there.
That's 'cause you spell checked it.
Yeah. Americans don't put the AE.
Yeah.
He's not an
It's like
American, though, is he?
They don't
encyclopedia.
put the AE, they don't put the legs up.
Anyway,
dirty
so
American
back to the
girls.
show we're doing.
Trev,
Right,
what's
yeah.
your question, mate?
Victoria Brennan's question is this, to all three of us.
Get on with it!
Get on
I
with the
just wondered what that
Quizzy.
noise was about.
Ask the Quizzy, we was bored.
Okay.
Well,
Did you have an imaginary friend? And if you did, what age did she go away?
All your friends are
She?
still imaginary,
Or
aren't
he,
they?
or he.
Did you have an imaginary friend, Trev?
I had an imaginary donkey called Moo that I used to ride to school.
Oh, God.
Why would you call a donkey moo? Why would you ride it to school? Why would it be a donkey? Answer all those questions, Trev, at
That's a
once.
sensible thing to do if you're going to go to school. Go on transport.
You're not Christ arriving in Nazareth, Trev,
No. I used to pretend I was riding the Grand National.
on a donkey.
On a donkey, yeah, I thought it was cool.
You can't do that. It wouldn't let you enter.
Did your parents not walk with you? Did they just think,
No.
oh, God?
They're probably at home smashing things heads in with spades.
I had to walk to school with Julia's mum.
I'm surprised your dad
Bet
didn't kill
Julius-
your imaginary donkey with some imaginary arsenic and an imaginary sickle.
It was a
Julia's
secret.
mum probably thought, oh, God, we've got to pick up that idiot lot.
She hated
And his
me.
donkey
Come on,
moo.
Trevor, have you got your sandwiches? Yes, I'm just getting on my donkey.
Come on, Moo, don't slow me down. Have a carrot. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong end. Smells nice, though. You
silly.
ridiculous child.
Silly boy.
Did you
are-
have a...
No.
one?
Oh, I don't. Imaginary enemies. And,
That's called paranoia.
Oh, right. Oh, horrible they were. They seek to do me in, these fellows. Look at them, a fox, a wolf. They want me to follow them someplace. And there was I thought I was visited in the night by an extraterrestrial being of
Who
light.
told you you're going to be the most famous man
No.
on digital telly?
He said, digital telly, young man, is a medium in which you will flourish. One day there will be invented a medium that's not quite as good as telly, and on that, you will be a superstar. No, he didn't say that, he just used to go, it was like a ball of green light, and I called it Jade, and it used to go,
Jade, because it was green.
I didn't know what else to call it, Matt, I was only young, I didn't have a huge vocabulary.
It's quite nice that you called me.
And when
you
did
knew
this come
that.
and visit you?
Sort of in the night.
How many times?
4.
Did it put something up your bum?
Yes, it did, actually.
Well,
It's
obviously,
still there,
you've
I
just
think.
repackaged a memory. It's obviously very difficult for
It
you.
was called Jade, and it looked exactly like my stepdad when drunk.
When people...
Not really.
It's amazing that people go, yeah, I was visited the night by aliens and anal probing and all this. So obvious what it is.
What is it
Their
then?
husband,
They've been
they've
to the
been
hospital.
They've been abused or something's going on. They've just dreamt that an alien's put a probe up their bottom.
It's a sensible place to put a probe.
Where else are you going to put a probe down someone's
Exactly.
lug?
Or in their ear,
In
yeah.
their mouth.
Or in their
What do you
mouth.
want a probe for? Why do aliens travel all the way across space, then they get here to stick things up people's
Hang on,
bums?
so
They're
you-
curious. That's what
they're
we do to the
perverts.
animal kingdom.
Russell?
I don't stick things up animals' bums. You do it to the animal kingdom, Trevor.
We
That
ring
ain't
'em.
all of us.
Wait, hang on. You were visited by extraterrestrials.
Well, I don't know what it was. It just was this green ball of light going.
What did... That's well funny.
I think it was going down for a little while, and then it stopped, and then everything went back to
So
normal.
that's not imaginary then?
I don't know, it might have been. I mean, I think perhaps it was imaginary. I don't know. Who's to say?
Maybe it was something real.
Oh, Christ. Oh, blimey, I've got an alien living in my brain box.
I never had anything imaginary.
You had that crow living in your wall, scratching
Well, that was
about
real, wasn't it?
dying.
You've never had anything imaginary?
Well, no, I haven't.
He lives in his imagination most of the time. I can't get a word of sense out of him.
Why would I don't understand the
It's like having a
motivation?
friendship
I
with Lewis Carroll.
was one of 4 children. Why would I have an imaginary one? It's crowded
People
enough.
everywhere.
But you'd want to take refuge. I used
You
to have
never take
Anzacs
ref-
living in the hedge.
What?
Anzac
What,
soldiers living behind the
Australian
hedge.
soldiers?
Yeah.
What do you have Anzacs for?
Did you take them supplies?
Well, they would work. I was trying to defend them.
My boomerang won't come back. Okay,
used to
let's
lay in
listen
the
to
garden.
The Eagles of Death Metal. With Matt's going to tell you the story about laying in the garden in a minute. I'm terrified. Stop texting someone, are you, Matt? Stop texting someone during the radio show. Trevor, stop playing with your penknife. And after Sid Vicious, it was the Who. Ride that magic bus. Trevor Locke just said the sweetest thing I've ever heard anyone say, actually. Say it again, Trevor.
What did I say? What was
Because
sweet?
Trevor's going away on holiday for a week to New York.
I just asked. I said, "Who wants to borrow my penknife for a week?"
Oh, that's so sweet.
It's
That
not
makes me
sweet
feel
when you
like I'm
realise what
seven.
that's probably been used for.
Actually, yeah, the sweetness does begin to subside
that's how
when
it
you
starts.
smell it and it smells of rat blood.
Hey, you want to borrow my penknife? Yeah, boy, such a pretty knife.
Hey, that knife sure is pretty. There ain't no consequences on here. Yeah, there sure is. You gotta go out and stab me up a rabbit real good. You gotta go put that in the butt part of a guinea pig, wise guy.
He just wants you to get your prints all over it.
You want my dabs? Do you want my dabs on that blade?
No,
Is
it's
that what
'cause
you
I
want?
don't want to
son?
take this inadvertently on the flight. Like I do
He
every
flew
time
to
I
Edinburgh
travel.
with a knife, and he's a BBC employee.
A BBC
It's
employee
an accident, and this time I remembered. And I
has
was
been
not.
flying round the country with a dagger during a terror alert using a knife smothered in animal's blood. Trevor Locke, what the hell is wrong with you?
What are you going to say?
Just forgetful.
Trevor Locke, what the cock is wrong with you? Oh, what a silly man.
funny thing to say.
What funny to say.
What an odd thing to say.
I am texting, yes.
Well, you're texting that doctor? With
Yeah, I
that
met a
dagger?
girl who's a doctor, and I'm a hypochondriac, and it's perfect.
She was nice though, I met her, Sarah the doctor.
Yeah, she's lovely,
Nice
wasn't
she
she?
was, I liked how she dressed. She was an unusual girl, she was in a band, can't remember the name of it.
No,
Made
it's
her
like
own
a mod
dresses.
band. Yeah, she made her own
She
clothes.
did, she was a really nice person.
She's not
Got-
dead, she's still alive. We took
Yeah, I
her
know,
out in the
but
wrong tense.
Trevor Locke's probably going to leap up there and jab her with a fork or a spoon or a compass or something he's got in
I
his
don't
Swiss
do that.
Army
I've
knife.
never jabbed anyone with anything.
Oh yeah, all them rabbits, they killed themselves, did they?
What
they
rabbits?
lanced themselves.
I've
did
never
they?
killed a rabbit.
Trouts, mice, pigeons, eels, the list goes on and on.
He's never killed a rabbit, he just keeps them alive like that person in Seven in the bed.
Which leads me to my next question, actually.
When I do that, you call me a square.
Well, I'm so sorry, but when you see what a good link this is, you're going to think I'm really brill. It's from Winkia in Belgium. She goes...
Winky.
Don't laugh at people's names. Winkia in Belgium. It could be pronounced Winky.
Wink ear, like that, an
No,
ear.
its first name is Wing, right? So that's probably, I don't know, Oriental or maybe kind of... crazy
Oriental's
hippie.
an old-fashioned word, you can't say that
I
anymore.
can say what I like, mate. Oh,
Can you?
no,
Go on then,
there's
say the C word.
C! C! Bob Geldof called me a C! Wing, and then the second name, Kia, K-E-A, from Belgium, Wing Kia, and only a childish person would make the connection between Wing Kia and Winkies, right? And that is what you, Matt Morgan, have just done, which has singled you out, mate.
Do you pass me a note saying, when I read out this person's name, say Winky? Here it
not-
is.
That is a note that's got Matt's cultural review written on it, probably saying, I went to see Ron Muick, the sculptor, and I saw the Winkies of several giant wax figures, and eventually became so aroused I was removed from the museum by force. Winkia from Belgium is asking, what's your favourite sin? You just mentioned the film Seven. I brilliantly packaged that whole thing up, Matt.
Did really well there.
Did well, didn't
Yeah.
I? Didn't I do well?
Yes.
Didn't I do well? So, Matt, to you, this question. Of the 7 sins, what's your favourite one, son?
When, what does that mean? What one
your
do I
favourite
most,
one? What do you most
like,
like?
indulge in?
Yeah.
Indulging in? What do you like to see on a video? I don't know, it's up to you. Just go with your instinct.
Wrath.
Wrath. What do you like wrath for?
Because I like, you know,
What,
wrath.
you like being all rough?
To unleash your wrath.
I think it's pronounced Roth.
Wrath, I
Wrath.
think it's wrath. What do you want to unleash some
Why is it wrath?
for?
Wrath. Incur my wrath.
You're going to incur my
Wrath.
wrath. Hope we ain't done nothing to incur his
All that old
wrath.
gluttony.
Gluttony? What,
Yeah.
stuffing yourself?
Yeah.
Why do you like gluttony for?
Um,
You are a bit greedy.
yeah. I don't have the thing that stops you eating when you're full up doesn't seem to work for me, so I just keep eating.
Onwards,
Yeah, and then I have to
Chew your
sit there
gutting.
for about an hour feeling